Welcome to the Big BZB Show, the show that takes you into the business following our host, B, as he takes this dive into the audio and music industry. Would you join me as we have a countdown to our host is here with us in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. You're awesome. You're so awesome. Thank you. So, yes, this is B. Man, I am super stoked about being here with you guys and gals and everything in between. No judgment here. I'm just glad to be here, right? So, this is dope, man. I am enjoying this day. Today has been, well, as of any of you have been following, you know that the days haven't been the greatest. And so today has been a move in a good direction. So nonetheless, I'm excited to be here with you guys. I hope you're excited to be here with me. And maybe, just maybe, by the time you get this, in the descriptions you will see what the show is about, because we're just kind of throwing this one out there. I'm trying to put some more content out, trying to put some more audio in the atmosphere, some more shows, and get some more material pushing out to everybody. So that's kind of what we're doing here today. I'm jumping on here to promote not only this show, which is an amazing show, the Big BZB show, but I'm also on here to promote the brand and me and my other shows. So we have this show, which is our main one that is free, going out across multiple platforms. But we also have a premiere show on what is Podbean, and it's called the B Real Talk Show. It's B, me, the host, just really getting a little bit more in depth with the personal side of everything. I think it's actually labeled as a personal journal. So, or a daily personal journal too at that. So it's at that kind of level of intimacy, I guess you could say. It's at that kind of level of that. And so then next is my Patreon. It's also like a subscribers kind of crowdfunding, and it's also hosted through Podbean. As you can tell, Podbean is kind of my go-to there on that part. They've really helped me on the monetizing side, so I really enjoy that. And let's just be honest, this cannot keep happening without some kind of financial backing. I put in everything that I've got into it, and still do, and still will always do. But with that being said, for the show to grow, we have to somehow grow ourselves. So I have the Patreon, and it's called the BZB Show Podcast. And it might not even have the podcast at the end of it. It might just be the BZB Show without the big in there. And it's a subscribers once a month, and we have set goals that we want to accomplish. My first goal that we have over there on the subscriber channel is to reach about 300. That will set us into the range of getting some more, I believe equipment is what I originally said. I think it goes equipment or some equipment, some basic equipment stuff. Then the 700 mark is somewhere around there. It is more of a building a soundproof or a sound booth, not really proof, but sound booth, so where we can do real good audio for voiceovers. But not only for just voiceovers themselves, but get some good vocals. Get some really good prominent singers in there, and you really get them to where they can really stretch their voices out and it can be heard. And then the third will be just really building the home studio and the ins and outs of doing that, how we can do that. And then I came up with one last night, and if you're following these in order, which I hope you are. It's still kind of early. I hope you are, because this is a show that is in progressions. We are going in this journey from number 1 till 20,001. I don't know what we're going to go to, but we're going all the way from number 1 to, we're hoping, to the very end. And it's going to be just the journey within. And that kind of was a rhyme. I was a poet and didn't know it. So, please, if you haven't been listening to them, please start it at the beginning and work your way through. You'll have plenty of time. Work it with us. It's going to be a time-consuming process. From beginning to end, it just is. That's what it is. That's how it is. We can't do nothing about it. We just got to deal with it. So that's what I'm doing. Now, with that being said, the thing that I was going to was, in the last episode, I said we had to go for this one guy. So I have I guess you could say it's kind of like I don't want to say it like that because this is going to sound bad, but it's my man crush, right? It's kind of like who I have a crush on. Like, the dude is awesome. He inspires me to not only do better in what I do, but to find my way to do it and craft it and keep it where it's in my control and I control it and nobody else. He owns his own music. He does his own producing. He has his own recordings. He does it all from top to bottom. Him and his fiance. She does the video stuff and all of the visuals. So, yeah, I'm trying to get that guy on the show. I think that would be something amazing for us to have to help guide us. He's not maybe the first to ever do it. And of course not, he's not. But he is one of the few that have been able to accomplish something of, I don't know, of mentioning, really. He's got a good name for himself. He's got a heck of a following. A hog family, baby. You know who I'm talking about. If you know him, you know him. You know it exactly. And not only that, but he has did it, and he's did it his way, without being told how to be creative. He's just been able to be his own creative self without being restricted and constricted down and told that he can do this and can't do that. So, if you don't know who I'm talking about, and you don't, and you're being too lazy and you're not going to go back and listen to the other one, I guess I could tell you, or I could just make you wait for a little bit longer. You really think I was going to make you wait that long? I'm just playing. It's Tom McDonald. If you don't know who that is, please go YouTube. Boom, he's going to pop right up. At the time of this recording, it's actually, like, his latest release was called White Boys. And he brought in a great guy that I don't know. And I guess I really shouldn't say he's a great guy because I really don't know him personally. I can just tell from the outside looking in and the few interactions I've had, he seems to be a pretty legitimate guy. That's Adam Calhoun, and that dude seems like he's spot on. And I like those guys. It's a new time. It's a new era in not just hip hop and rap, but just in general as it is. But this new age of rap stars, rap guys, rappers, it's went the opposite direction than where it started in the hip hop in the inner cities and all that. So now it's fallen to the wayside to being out in the country with the rednecks and the country boys, because Now, I won't lie, and I hope you don't hold it against me, because I will not hold it against you, but I am, needless to say, one of those few kind of guys. I've been a huge rap guy, love rap since I can remember, but I live out in the middle of the woods. And so it's been kind of looked at as a oddball kind of thing, like you don't really kind of do that, or you shouldn't listen to that, or you just, how society puts us in blocks and squares and says this is how you're supposed to be. Well, that's not how we are. I like rap. That's just my preference. That doesn't mean that anybody else has to like it, and that's fine. I also like classical. Now, that's a hard one to grasp, ain't it? You're talking about a guy that goes from the rap to liking Rap God and MGK and, Tom McDonald and NF, to going back, and you can walk into his house and he might be sitting back in a recliner listening to Beethoven playing over. Like, this guy's crazy. Ain't right. I just enjoy music, is what it comes down to. And that's why my passion is this that we are doing. Going into the show business, whichever way it is, audio, just audio, voiceovers, doing different things with audio within, whatever you want to call it, radio, broadcasting, however you want to go about it. Or if it's music and it's being where we are able to make and produce or help write or anything in between with music. I can't help it. I can't hold it back. It's a passion. It's a hobby. It's a life that I guess really until my recent, what I call my reset in life happened, I didn't catch on to every bits and pieces of it. I really hadn't. I really had not thought that I'd had these aspirations, these goals, these things I wanted to achieve and do and be whenever I was younger, but they'd gotten erased, really, throughout time, because they hadn't been thought about in so long. Got shoved down so deep, because as you will find out, and if you look into it, please go and check them out, my Patreon and my premieres over on Podbean. But I'm a recovering addict, so I have a lot of years that was kind of lost and foggy and kind of shoved back memories, things that we do when in addiction that, we ain't the proudest of, but we do it, and we did it. Nonetheless, they're done and over with, and so we accept them for what they are. We ask for forgiveness, and we keep moving forward. And that's that. But because of that addiction, things had gotten kind of drowned out in the past. Now that I've been able to be clean for so many years, things have slowly started coming back. And I find myself back at where I was, wanting to be in music. How? I have no clue. Right now, we are in the process of doing beats and writing a rap. I'm writing a rap. And I'm telling other people how you can go about it. We're giving the options that are available out there for free to kind of share with each other on a platform like this. But not only that, we're also opening up for comments, doing lives. I do lives here on Spreaker also. Not as often, but if you go check out the other place, I'm on there pretty often on lives too. But I try to put as many lives out as I can, where we just sit back and we just talk back and forth. Let's discuss things. Maybe you have an idea for a song, and maybe this is something that you want to do, and you just want some help or some guidance, or there's something that you would really like to know that would help you. Then come on over, check us out, leave your comments,